Friends here, they said, please stop by. We said, let's do a quickie. We're on our way to Wisconsin and Ohio. We have some rallies, but we wanted to stop. I have a lot of friends in this group, so thank you very much. And 10 days from now, can you believe it? 10 days. It seemed like it would never happen, right? 4 years, 10 days, we're going to win the state of North Carolina, and we're going to win 4 more years in the White House. At the debate this week, the American people saw a contrast between a 47-year career politician who's seen better days and a used public office, and really has used public office to enrich himself. You've seen that, right? And a businessman who entered public service. Believe me, with me, it's only a loss of money. I did this, and I did it gladly, because nobody has ever done what we've done in the last 4 years. If you look at it, nobody has been able to do it. For the last half a century, Joe Biden's been outsourcing your jobs, opening your borders, and sacrificing American blood and treasure in endless and ridiculous foreign wars. I fight for the middle class, and Biden and his cronies serve only one class. They serve the donor class, believe it or not. Now, in all fairness, the donor class, I would be the greatest in history. All I have to do is call them, send 10 million, send 10 million. Everyone would send 10 million. But once you do that, you can't deal with them anymore. Once you do that, you can no longer do what's right for you. And it's just one of those little things. In 2016, North Carolina voted to fire this depraved political establishment, and you elected an outsider as your president. Happened to be me. And we're putting America, and I love the sound of that drum. That sounds... That's why I'm here. These people, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here for these people, right? You didn't think I'd come, did you, huh? They didn't think, because they haven't been treated well for a long time, right? You haven't been treated well, but now you're being treated well. You work hard, you raise your families, you follow your laws, you support your church, you serve your community, and you give your love and your loyalty to your country. But now you finally have a government and a president that is loyal to you. Joe Biden's allegiance is to his donors, and my allegiance is to the people of this country. That's it. That's it. In every meeting, in every situation, in dealing with every foreign leader, I am your voice, and together we are the voice of a great country. We are the voice of the United States of America, and we are respected again as a country, not like in the past where everybody took advantage of us. We're the voice for every citizen who has been neglected, abandoned, ignored, and forgotten. And maybe that's another reason I'm here, because this is a group that's been forgotten. On November 3rd, we will ensure the forgotten men and women of our country are never forgotten again. And I said that 4 years ago. I said that 4 years ago, and they said, where are all these people coming from? And by the way, just a little secret, you got to see all the people that are voting. They haven't figured it out yet, the fake news. Check out what's going on in Florida. Check out the numbers. I'm not talking about the polls. The polls, you know, although we have some good polls too, but they're the honest ones. Is that sun hot or what? I'm going to be a lobster. Do you mind if I cut this one at about 1/3? Because I'm going to be one hell of a sunburned person. Does anybody have some sun protection for your president, please? This is beautiful. Oh, man. I said to my kids, stay out of the sun. Always use sunblock. Hey, always use sunblock, and here I am. That's really brilliant. With your vote, we will continue to bring back your jobs, lower drug prices, cut your taxes, continue to cut regulations, even more important than the taxes. You know, you got the biggest tax cut in the history of our country. I got it for you. But But you also got the biggest regulation cut in history. And you want to know the truth? Probably the reason we're so strong, we're coming back stronger than anybody. They're going crazy. This is not a V anymore. It's a super V. Wait till you see the numbers that are coming out. You support our police, protect our Second Amendment, defend our borders, and ensure more products are proudly stamped with that beautiful phrase, made in the USA. Made in the USA. Been a long time since you've heard that. You know, when I was growing up, you'd have a car, made in the USA, made in America, and you were very proud of it. Other countries used to take a dollar bill, and they'd put it on the window of their car. Just a dollar bill, because they were proud of it. Now we're proud of it again. Now we're proud of it again, right? It's true. I have a friend from a country in Europe that used to take a dollar bill. Everybody took a dollar bill, and they'd put it in their window because they wanted to know it was made in America. Then we lost that pride. We lost it, but we're getting it back at a level that nobody would have thought possible. And remember when I first started campaigning, department stores, they wouldn't use the word Merry Christmas, those words, Merry Christmas. They'd say Happy New Year. Everything would be in red and snow and all the stuff, but they'd say Happy New Year. And I said, they will soon start saying Merry Christmas again. Now they're all saying Merry Christmas again. Right? We will deliver record prosperity, epic job growth. You know, I just watched Biden making a speech, and he goes, oh, thank you for everybody. Thank you. You know, there's people in cars. I don't get it. They're in cars. There were so few cars, I've never seen an audience like this. And he's going, oh, thank you, all those people out there. There's like a few cars. And the cars weren't in a little circle. They were too close together, I think. They weren't socially distanced. But there were so few of them, it didn't matter. No, but he's going like this, and then I'll tell you, his partner, the media, they made a mistake, a tragic mistake. They showed the crowd. It was a disaster. They were screaming, don't do it! Don't do it. Don't show the crowd, please. We love to show the crowd. My problem is they never show the crowd. They never show the crowd. No, he just made it. I'm watching. I just can't watch. You know, you should watch, right? You should watch because you're supposed to, like, learn. You can't watch. It's not watchable. But he's going like this. Thank you, all those people out there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Actually, I didn't think he had that kind of sense in him to do that, to be honest. I was surprised he did that, actually. But they showed it. It was a tiny, tiny little crowd. You heard a couple of horns. Honk, honk. It's the weirdest thing. You make a speech and you have people honking. I like the drum behind me better. Because that really represents something. Look at those women. They follow me all over the place. Look at them back there. Look at them. See those women? They're very wealthy women from North Carolina. And I saw them 2 rallies ago. This isn't a rally. This is a get-together with friends of mine, this one. But they go, and I saw them 2 rallies ago in North Carolina. You know, you have a big state because it was like 7 hours away from where they live. They live in a very wealthy area, I suspect. But there are like 10 of them, and they follow. And I said, how many is it so far? They said, 61. I said, you mean you've gone to 61 rallies? And then the last time we saw them 2 nights ago, they were with their husbands. It can't be that easy to be married to them if they're going to follow 61. So I gave their husbands tremendous, where are their husbands? There, 2 of the husbands are right there. 2 of them. We have a good time, right? We have a good time. You have great wives. You have great women. They're great women. Thank you very much. It's always an honor. We have a lot of people. They follow. We have somebody, I hate to say this, we have somebody. He comes in a brick suit. Did you ever see these guys? They have brick. Because, you know, the wall is almost complete. Okay, can you believe it? But the brick represents the wall. And Mexico is paying for the wall. They'd like to have you say no, no. Once it was complete, once they knew the wall, oh, and we can't talk about the wall anymore, then they said, oh, listen, but Mexico's not paying for it. No, they are paying for it, so now they don't know what the hell to do. Just one of those things. They don't know what to do. Anyway, but it's a great honor to have you all. Great friends, some great friends right here. We appreciate it. This election is a choice between a Trump super recovery and a Biden depression. Okay? Oh, by the way, are you going to Ohio tonight? Ohio and Wisconsin. Ohio, you should hop a plane. Come on. Maybe we'll take them on Air Force One tonight, husbands. We'll leave you behind. It can definitely carry them, that's for sure. One thing about Air Force One, there's always plenty of room. That plane is the largest plane. It's probably got more television sets in Air Force One than at any department store in the country, I suspect. But it's a choice between a Trump super boom and a Biden lockdown. Did you hear him the other night? It's going to be a cold, dark winter. Very inspiring guy. This is very inspiring. Whoa. I even said, whoa. Whoa. No, we got to have spirit, our country. You know, we're coming back. We're rounding the turn. We're doing great. Our numbers are incredible. And despite the fact that they're keeping certain states, North Carolina, get your governor to open up your state, please. This guy should be defeated. I think they're going to be voting for Dan, your lieutenant governor. I think they're going to be voting for Dan. Now, you got to get your governor to open your state. Got to get him. This is crazy what's going on here. And you know what they're doing? They're keeping it open until the election because they think that, you know, there'll be less business, so I'll report worse numbers. But the numbers are so good. The Fed, Atlanta Fed, I guess, I think it was the Atlanta Fed, said they think a GDP 35%. Now, who knows? I take 20 right now. I take 15 right now. Nobody's ever heard of 35. They predicted just 2 days ago a 35% GDP. Nobody's ever heard of that before. It's never been. I think the record is 7 or 8%, right? So we'll be at 35. I would say that's not doing too bad. I would not put Joe in charge because you will come crashing down because he wants to raise your taxes massively. How about the other night in the debate? He was doing okay. He was doing okay. He was going. And then the last question, I said, you mean you'd get rid of oil? He said, yes, I'd wean ourselves off of oil. I said, we just won Texas. We just won Pennsylvania. We just won a lot of different places. I win. And then they spent the next 2 days trying to convince you that he didn't really mean that. Nah, Joe is not what you need. I know what you need. I know what you need. You need Trump. You need Trump. Oh, I know what you need. We're making such deals. Even as an example. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Listen, even as an example, we got off that crazy Iran deal, right? The Iran nuclear deal, where Obama gave him $150 billion for the privilege. We're making deals in the Middle East. They're signing up like hotcakes, right? No blood in the sand, no nothing, no wars. We just signed yesterday Sudan. So we have Bahrain. We have United Arab Emirates led by a great leader, a great warrior. And we have many others right in the back. Could you imagine if somebody else had to take over the negotiations of the Middle East deal? That would be the end of it. You could say, bye-bye, Middle East peace. They'd spend 1,000 times more money and they wouldn't get it done. We're spending nothing. We're getting them to be smart. They don't want to fight. You know, they fought so long. Even though a lot of them are warriors, they're tired. You get tired of fighting. Afghanistan, we're coming home. They're tired of fighting. Everybody's tired. 19 years in Afghanistan, we served as policemen. You know, we're like policemen in Afghanistan. We could win that thing so easy, but we're like policemen. And it's enough. 19 years. Would you say 19 years is enough? We bring them home, right, Dan? We bring them home. We're bringing our troops back home. I'm taking a lot of heat. I'm taking a lot of heat from the military-industrial complex. Did you ever hear of that? The military-industrial complex doesn't like that I'm bringing them back home. But if it's okay, we're bringing them back home. Our troops are coming back home. We're in so many countries. We're in countries that you've never heard of. And they don't even appreciate it on top of it. They don't even appreciate it. No, we're bringing them back home. If Joe Biden and his Democrat socialists gain power, they will delay the vaccine, which is happening. I mean, we got them. They're coming real soon. In fact, if it weren't for politics, I wouldn't be surprised if it would have been here before, but it doesn't matter. They're Johnson & Johnson, Moderna. We have many great companies, really great, Pfizer, all right there. Supposedly, great stuff. They're doing that final test, and it's coming. They prolong the pandemic. That's all I hear about now. That's all I hear. Turn on television. Right? COVID, 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 COVID. A plane goes down. 500 people dead. They don't talk about it. COVID, 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 COVID. By the way, on November 4th, you won't hear about it anymore. It's true. COVID! COVID! Please don't go and vote, COVID. Please do not, under any circumstance, you cannot go out and vote, except the problems are that in Florida, the people that are going out to vote, nobody's ever seen anything like it because they're tired of all of this stuff. They're tired of such negativity. Hey, by the way, I had it. Here I am. I mean, you know, here I am. And now they say I'm immune. Now, it used to be that if you had it, you were immune for life, right? For life. With me, they say I'm immune for 4 months. In other words, once I got it, the immunity went down from life to 4 months. So I don't know. They don't know either. Who the hell knows? All I know is that for a little while, for at least 4 months, I can run in there and kiss every one of you, men and women. I'll kiss every one of them. I'll kiss them. No, it's, you know, and you get over it, and then you're immune, and, you know, for whatever period of time. No, it's true, though, didn't you? Heard for life. You're immune, right? Immune. As soon as I got it, I said I was immune. They said, only for 4 months. They brought it down from life. Because that's the fake news. They're fake. The cases are up, but listen to this. They all talk about cases. You don't see death, cases. You know why we have cases? Because we test so much. And in many ways, it's good, and in many ways, it's foolish, okay? In many ways, it's very foolish, because every time you test, like, for instance, Barron Trump. Did you ever hear of Barron Trump? He's a rather tall young man. He's tall, and he's a good kid, and he's strong, but he had it. They said, sir, madam, I'm sorry to inform you, your son has tested positive, Barron. I said, oh, no. 15 seconds later, sir, your son no longer has it. No, it's true. I said, how's Barron doing? Oh, he's fine, he's fine. I said, what do you mean? You just told? No, he's fine. They have a very strong immune system, 99.9 something, right? 99.9. Go back to school, North Carolina. Go back to school. Barron Trump, a legend. He's a legend. He got rid of it so fast, but the kids get rid of it fast. The strong immune systems. The mortality rate is down 85% because of the therapeutics and all. They learned. I mean, they know what to do. In other words, by doing all of this testing, we have the best in the world. I get calls all the time from leaders. Your testing is the best in the world. I said, do you test? No. I said, you don't test? No. That's why they have no cases. Or very few cases. You know the cases they have when somebody's sick? They call it a case. I said to one gentleman who's very tough man, runs a tough country. I said, do you test? Yes. When somebody comes into the hospital and throws up all over the floor, we test. But we never test other than that. I said, so do you have cases? No, we show very few cases. So we show more cases because we test. So Barron Trump is, as an example, it's a case. All the kids are a case. And by the way, they're very young now. You know, they're testing schools and high schools and this and that. And what it does is it gives the fake news media something to talk about. So they say cases are up in the United States. That's because we test. So India has 1.5 billion people, and they do testing. They test a tiny fraction of the number of people that we test. So the good is that we know where it is, et cetera, and we have to protect our seniors, and that's really the most important thing. But when you see all this stuff, watch, They'll go home. Cases are up. Cases are up. And I saw it today. But that's because of tests. Does that make sense? Now, if we cut it in half, and by the way, spend a lot of money on testing, too. You know, we're not allowed to say that. We're not allowed to say we're spending billions of dollars on testing. But if we tested half, cases would be half. And they'd have a headline. Cases drop magnificently. But they want us to test. And part of the reason is that we're dealing with some very bad people. We're dealing with some good ones, too, by the way, some good journalists, but we have a lot of very bad people. You saw that recently where they're trying to protect Sleepy Joe and